In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up and use Blogger from start to finish. You don't need any technical knowledge and anybody can do it. By the end of this video, you're going to have your own fully functional blog with a domain name that you can send out to anybody in the world. And I'll show you how to set up your own posts, post images, and do everything that you need to run the blog. If that sounds good, I want you guys to leave a like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on if you haven't yet. So I'll be showing you guys how to set up your own Blogger from start to finish. Pretty much whether you're a beginner, you're an aspiring blogger, you're an established blogger, this video is for you. You don't need any programming language. You don't need any technical knowledge. It's made as a general video for anybody to use. So what you'll learn in this video is how to create, publish, and style your own blog similar to what you see on the screen right now. What is Blogger? Blogger is pretty much just a blogging platform that you can log in online and you can edit, modify, create, publish, share your own blog. So it's pretty much just like a content managing platform that you can create your blog with, and you can share your blog with the world, and you can add blog posts and images and videos to your blog as well. So it's pretty much just that. The best part is it's completely free. If you haven't yet, you're going to need to go to your web browser and type in blogger.com, and then you'll be redirected here. If you're on the Blogger website, you'll be seeing this. If you have a Google account, you can click on sign in. Once you're here, you're going to want to click on create your blog, and then you'll be redirected here. At this point, you're going to need a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can click on create an account. Once you create an account, you can click on for personal use, for my child, or for workplace and business. You're going to want to pick the for personal use if you're just using this for yourself, or you're going to want to click on work or businesses. The second option, I don't really know. There might be restrictions and you might need an additional account to verify. So you can enter a first and last name and then click on next. And then once you enter your birthday, you're going to gender, you're going to press next. And then you can enter a username. So you can pick any username you want, any username, and then you click on next. And then you're going to choose a password. And then once you choose a password, you're going to confirm the password and click on next. So once you successfully logged in with your Google account, whether you signed up for a brand new account or you logged in with your existing Google account, you'll be presented at this screen right now. Pretty much at this screen is you're going to choose a name for your blog. We'll call the name of our blog Food Blog for the title, and we're going to click next, or you can skip it and do it later if you want. But for the title, we'll put Food Blog. For this one, you're going to choose a URL for your blog. So a URL is pretty much the website name. For example, this is blogger.com is the website name, but we're going to choose a name. So we're going to choose Food Blog. Since Food Blog is taken, we'll call this one My Food Blog Testing, and it's going to be with a .blogspot.com. Once you choose something that shows here that's available, then you can click on next. For example, if you pick something that's not available, it's going to show this red thing. I ended up with My Food Blog Testing, and I saw that it's available here. You can see it's grayed out. I'm going to click next, and this is pretty much your display name for whenever you log in. So whatever this can be whatever you want. I'll just call it, maybe I'll call this one admin. See here that the food blog that we picked earlier, the title named Food Blog, and if you click here, you can make the menu bigger. You can make it smaller and bigger here. Different options that you can do here. So where was our website name? So the website name is, if you go to settings, you can see your website name here and you just click on it and you can change it as well. Let's see our website name that we picked. Our website name, our blog name is called myfoodblogtesting.blogspot.com. You can also set your custom domain here as well. Let's see what happens when we go there. And this is the blog that we just created in a matter of minutes. You can see here there's no content yet. This is just the default styling that they have. And you can see it's pretty cool. It's fully functional. You can share this with the world and it's working. It's live right now. So creating your first blog post, you're going to want to go to the left and then you're going to click on new post. And then when you click on new post, you're going to be presented with this screen. And when you're presented with this screen, first thing you're going to want to do is choose a title for a blog. The title can be whatever topic title that you pick. For this one, maybe since we have a food blog, so you can see here, once you pick a title, the title is whatever you choose it to be. You're going to want to pretty much have your content as well. I have content here. You can see here that this is pretty much a post about hamburgers. It's a little bit styled, but you can style it however you want as well. So let's say maybe you can add editing. You can make this entire thing bold. You can remove the bold. You can add different paragraphs. So the options here are similar to if you've ever used Microsoft Word. It's pretty much something similar to that. Pretty much you write content here and then you can style it different ways, and it's pretty much you don't need any coding because pretty much you just highlight it and you use it as similar to what you would use Microsoft Word is. You want to make the text bigger, you can choose different paragraphs. You can see it's bigger here. Once you have your successful blog posted here, you can click on preview or you can click on publish. Let's check out preview option. What happens if we click preview? If we click this option next to the preview, we can preview post or we can save. It saves automatic, so you don't need to save, but we save it and then we'll click on preview post. So this is what the preview post is going to look like right now. You can see here, there's a day, there's the title, and there's the blog content. Once it looks good, you guys, you can upload it, publish, and then it's going to ask you to confirm. Don't worry, if you make any mistakes, you can always go here and you can always unpublish as well. If you want to unpublish it, you just click on your blog post, click on here, and you can click on revert to draft. Or if you make a change, for example, you want to update, you can see here that I made an update. I wanted to make a change. I click on that update. And you can see here that our first blog post is successfully posted here. So what if you want to add images to your blog? Click on this insert image option right here. You can also insert videos as well. And you can choose for, if you have a Google, you can connect it to Google Photos, you can connect the Blogger, or you can connect it by URL. You can upload it from your computer, or if you have an image URL, it's that easy. You can just literally find an image, copy image address, by URL, and then once you go here, you literally paste it in, and you can see it looks pretty nice. And then you click on insert image, and you can see here that we have a beautifully inserted image into our hamburger post. And then from here, just click on update, and it will go back to our blog, and you refresh it. And we can see here, it's pretty nice, right? We have a title, we have a date, the content text as well, the recipes as well. And we can see here that we inserted the image, and you can click on the image. If you want to share the post, you can get a post, you can share to Facebook, you can share to X, Pinterest, email. It's a pretty functional blog right now. Okay, so let's move on to the next section, okay? So for the next section, let's take a look at more features that we can do on the blog. So you can see here on the left side, we have the stats option. And the stats is pretty much just how many times your blog post or however time your blog in general has been viewed. You can see here that our blog has been viewed 10 times. That's pretty much just us using it and refreshing it. And you can see here that this blog post that we did about the hamburgers has been viewed 2 times. That's pretty much just us making it, creating it, and viewing it, refreshing it 2 times. And that's pretty much it. And you can also view stats for individual blog posts as well, sorted by the different days, sorted by the last 24 hours. We created this blog post within the hour or so. We can see here that there's currently 2 views. That's pretty much us. And pretty much more functionality is if people comment on your blog. So if you have it like this and people logged into the Google account and they left a comment, then the comments, which if you click on the comments, they would show up here and you can manage it. Bad posts might get sent to moderation. A lot of different posts will get sent to publish, and spam posts will get spam that won't show up on your website, so you don't have to worry about spam because they have their own spam filter. If we click on earnings, what can we do? Well, if you want to monetize and make money with your blog, you're going to need a Google AdSense account, and pretty much Google AdSense account is just placing advertisements on your blog. And to create if you don't have a Google AdSense account, and you're going to click on earnings and then create Google AdSense account. And then you're going to be sent to this screen. You're going to log in with your Google account as well. And pretty much you're going to have to sign up for the process, create a Google account. And once you're approved, you're going to be able to place advertisements here. Moving on, let's do pages. And pages are different than blog posts. For example, a page might be like a contact form page, a privacy, a terms of service page, stuff like that, that's static. While blog posts is something that might be updated daily with new additional blog posts. So if you want to create a page, you're going to want to click on pages here, and then you're going to click on new page. And from here, it's pretty much the same process like creating on blog post, but except this is going to be a page. And pretty much once you have your first page done, you can click on preview or publish. We'll click publish, and then we're going to click confirm. And pretty much a contact page is here. And you can see here that our page was successfully created. Pretty much our example contact page. Let's say you wanted to add more like design to your website. Well, you're going to just click on layout here. And then when you click on layout, you'll be sent here. And here's pretty much some styled features that you can just drag and drop in the different widgets. You can adjust it here and play with it however you like. But there's a lot of different options you could do. And just click on themes. You say you don't like the theme of your website, for example, and you wanted to change it. So currently our food blog looks like this right now. But let's say you don't like the theme, you don't like the background, you don't like the coloring, for example. Well, you can go here and click on theme and customize it. There's more pre-created themes that you can pick from, so there's a lot of different cool options. To me, I want to pick something, maybe this one. Let's say I like it. Well, if you like it, you can click on customize, where with customize, you can kind of adjust it more. You can add more advanced options, choose different colors, for example. A black kind, I like the orange or black or gray. I think orange looks nice, and you can adjust the different text sizes as well, or you can change the text, you can check text color. You can change the link colors. You can do a bunch of different options. Yeah, once you kind of adjust it however you like, just to close the advanced section and just gadgets as well. And do you want to show about me section? You can see here that if you want to remove and hide the page that says the author name, we'll hide it because we don't want to show that right now. And then we'll just do this. And then once you've chosen everything that you like, you can go to the bottom right and click on save. And then you're going to go to our blog. Wow. So I think it looks, yeah, and you can adjust it a lot of different ways. You can see the image, added the image here in the back. And we can see it doesn't have the author name anymore, which is nice because we wanted to remove it. Options to share it. And we can go back. And that's pretty much some stuff that you can do. There's a lot of different themes that are pre-created that you can choose from. So if you don't like a theme, you can choose a different theme and change the color as well. So pretty much that's just the different themes. We created our blog and we changed the different themes. We kind of changed it to kind of food theme. We added the images, for example. And then if you go to settings, I showed you guys this earlier, but you can change everything here from your food blog titles to the default language, adult content. If you have advertisements, you can, or you have Google Analytics, you can add that as well to track your stats furthermore in Google Analytics. If you don't want Google search engines to track it, you can just click this button and it won't be visible. It pretty much just removes some of the SEO in the background. Visually, you can't tell the difference. But if you want your Google blog, if you want your blog to be tracked by Google in search engines, for example, when people search it in the search engine, you're going to want them to leave this one checked on. And this one, you can just leave checked on as well. And here's his permissions. For example, our author that we created as well, you can also do this one. You can also add more people. And if you click this one, you can also invite more authors. So if you want more people, let's say you want multiple people to edit your blog, you just click all you really have to do is click on invite more authors and enter their email, and an invitation will get sent here, and you can see their email here. And once they've accepted it, you can see them here, and they'll be able to edit, modify, and have the same exact menu to edit your blog as well. So if you want multiple contributors, that's what you can do. And here's just more functionality to show. So right now it's showing default 13 posts, but right now we only have one post. But if you added 13, it'll just show 13, and it'll have that next button next to it. That for now we set to 13, which is okay. And these features, you can leave these 3 features on. These are optional features. These two this one just makes your image. These are just for speed optimizations pretty much. And these 2 right here are just speed optimizations. You can turn it on if you want, you can leave it off if you want. It's not going to make a huge difference. Comment section, do you want a comment section? Well, you can hide the comment section so nobody can comment on your blog as well. And just say we don't want people to comment on our blog. We create this, and now the comment section is just removed. And you can see who can comment on your blog. Right now we have this set to only Google accounts, but we hit the comments. But if you wanted anybody to be able to comment, you could just, anyone, including anonymous, so they'll be able to comment your blog. So let's turn that back on, for example. If you guys remember earlier, you needed a Google account, but now you can post an account without an account. So pretty much anybody can just comment on your blog post. But for our case, I think it looks nice just to hide it. You can see no more comment section. And here's just some formatting options, some email options that you can do as well. These are just pretty much more advanced options that you're not going to really do much, because by this point you've already created your blog, created a blog post, created a page, know how to edit the themes and stuff like that. This is just more advanced stuff. Meta tags are just for SEO. You can edit that as well. Errors and redirects, but I'm just going to walk you guys through it because show you guys everything. You guys can add your own custom 404 page here. If you want to do crawling and indexing for this more advanced SEO, you can do that here. For monetization, you can do here. This is for your AdSense and stuff like that. If you have an existing blog, you can import your content here and click on import, and you're going to be importing from a Blogger export file. So if you had a previous blogger, a different blogger that with content and stuff, posts and images and stuff like that you want to import, you can do that here. And if you want to back up your blog or you want to move it, you can just download it here. And once you click on download, you'll pretty much get this file here in a state file. It's going to be saved in a .xml file, and pretty much a .xml file, if you ever loses this Google account, for example, or you create a new Google account, well, you just log in the same process of any brand new account, and you click on import content and you upload that XML file that you just downloaded here into that file, and pretty much all of your content is going to get reposted. And this button here is just pretty much for viewing blogs, so it's pretty much just opening your blog. Super simple and easy. Just recap what we learned so far. So pretty much I walked you guys through what is Blogger. Pretty much from there, I taught you guys how to create a Google account and log in, with your Google account, or if you had an existing Google account, you can just log into your Blogger and create a Blogger that way. And from there, I taught you guys how to set up a brand new blog. And from there, once we created the new blog, I taught you guys how to pretty much choose a title for your blog, create a URL for your blog, design basic themes for your blog, and I pretty much showed you a dashboard overview of everything that you can do, from the posts where you can create and manage posts, the pages where you can create pages, like a layout where you can kind of design your sidebars and stuff like that, and editing the themes and privacy. And from there, we created our first blog post. I showed you guys how to create your first blog post and customize your blog post as well. And this is pretty much just the best tips and practices for creating, running, and managing your first blog on Blogger. It's pretty much something that anybody can do. And thanks for watching. Now that you know how to create your own blog from scratch using blogger.com, I hope you found this useful. I want you guys to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys again in the next tutorial.